Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your November solar session. I am okay. I am Marlowe, if you're new. And if you're family, welcome back, my friend. And what's not, or whatever. I don't know what the heck these cards are doing. So this is my face, love it. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen it enough, but my face is back. You know what I'm saying? So anywho, let's go ahead and jump into your cards for the 1st and the 15th of November. Okay, this just came out for Pisces, but in the reverse. First card out, we have the Nine of Pentacles. Next card out, we have the Sun in the reverse. If I could get my autofocus to work. Okay, there we go. The Sun in the reverse. And the Sun in the reverse, of course, my card of half-hearted happiness. So here is the thing, Cancer, if I were to be quite honest with you, what is looking like to me coming into November from October? It's looking like Cancerians are seeking happiness, but I feel like your perception of happiness or what that looks like for you, and this sounds a lot like Pisces, if you have that in your chart, definitely check it out. Your perception of happiness has a great deal to do with the material realm, whether it's finances, it's money, it's stability, it's security, but I feel more or less like a forewarning. And also the Sun in the reverse is Leo energy, by the way. But I don't know why they're telling me to say this, but they're telling me to say Earth sign energy as well. I never usually say that, but you know, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. But anywho, with this Sun in the reverse, it's more or less well, I can't even say the Sun in the reverse. It's both of these little daddies, you know what I'm saying? So literally, your forewarning out the gate, Cancer, coming into November is what it is that you're pursuing at present isn't going to fulfill you. And I feel like if you guys are kind of in financial straits right now, if y'all are kind of, you know, going through stuff and things, if you just got out of a breakup, you feel like, oh, damn, look, come on now, I might be psychic. All these doggone cards. The Five of Swords came out. That's a hollow victory. We have the Seven of Pentacles, waiting for fulfillment to come, waiting for what you've sought after and invested in to bear fruit. Next, we have death, or what is it? Transformation, or rebirth. Okay, death and rebirth, if that's not the whole freaking story of everyone's life right now. And that's Scorpio energy. Then we have Cancerian energy and the Chariot in the reverse, not taking the good with the bad. And then we have the Four of Wands in the reverse, and that is the reason why there's instability. You know what I'm saying? So here's the thing. I could have told you the whole reading in the first two cards, my beautiful Cancerian. So here's the deal. If I were to backtrack a little bit, I don't remember your soul session from last month, but what it feels like to me, Cancer, is that you guys have been on the pursuit for something, in the pursuit of happiness, if you will, right? And whatever it is that's transpired in the month of October, coming into November, you have kind of like a new lease on life. And you're like, I'm about to be that dude or that chick, right? It may literally be like, I'm about to get in the gym. I'm about to work out. I'm going to get healthy. You know, I'm going to get a new place. You know, I'm going to put some rims on my car if people are still doing that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm going to clean up my social media. I'm going to start a side hustle. I'm going to start stacking my paper. You know what I'm saying? It's this idea of trying to almost deliver yourself through the external world, but something that many of you often hear me say, the spirit cannot be sanctified through the flesh. You feel what I'm saying? So a spiritual problem is never going to be solved by a physical or material medium. So you can, and then now my guys are telling me to say, oh my God, I love how y'all just interjected that. What does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? Right? Now, what does that mean? It means Chariot in the reverse. The Chariot in the reverse in, you know, tarot therapy terminology, not just regular tarot, you know what I'm saying? But the Chariot in the reverse is the loss of your soul, right? Because I often say that the greatest, most miraculous being on planet Earth are humans, and the fact that you are 100% man, right? Human person, right? And 100% God, right? Like you are a container for the infinite. You are a container for the divine. You are an ambassador for the divine in this realm, right? So you're simply miraculous. Like you are very, quite literally the gateway to heaven on planet Earth, and the God that most people may only encounter via you. You feel what I'm saying? But to lose your soul is to lose your purpose, right? Is to disconnect from your higher self, right? Your higher self came here with an agenda. Your soul has an agenda. Your soul doesn't give two shits or a fuck about what your human has been through, what your human thinks about what it is that it's been through, or being lost in 3D consciousness. Like your soul is literally like eye roll at that, right? Understanding that there's struggle bus type of stuff that we go through, but it's more or less identifying more with who you are in a body as opposed to who you are in a spiritual sense. And then they're telling me about this too. That also has to be treaded lightly, because there's the potential for what I wrote a book about, by the way. Shameless plug. I wrote a book called The Christ Identity Crisis. And the whole book speaks about like when people get, like a person has low self-esteem and they go find religion, and now they use, like they weaponize religion or weaponize Jesus, right? Because now they start identifying with Christ, but they're not doing the work that's necessary to truly transform. And with this death card sitting in the center of you all spread, it's like that's pretty much what the purpose of the first 15 days of this month are about. It's like you're being edged towards transformation. So, okay, thank you guys. So there was a misunderstanding of what transpired last month. So whatever transpired last month, whether it was something that was removed from your path, if you got fired from your job, if it was a series of unfortunate events, the solution that Cancer would be thinking, and I can't say all cancers, it would only be the cancers that resonate with this, because everyone isn't going to resonate with this. But it's more or less coming into this month thinking, oh, I'm about to bounce back. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to bounce back. Bounce back. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm about to prove a point to them. It's like, I'm going to get it together and I'm going to do that. But the way that you're going to end up is the sun in the reverse, because that's half-hearted happiness. That's not getting to the root of the problem. Like you fixing all this stuff about, you know, your external life, you losing a shit ton of weight. Like that's not going to do anything for what the issue is. You feel what I'm saying? And I can say this from personal experience, because my awakening started that way. It's like, gosh, I was a sad human being. I can't even front. One day, I always tell you guys, one day, I'm gonna go live and I'm gonna sit down and tell y'all the whole story, child. But I was a sad case, child. I really was. And my thought was, I just felt so bad about myself. My thought was to like try to perfect myself. So like, you know, lose weight, perfect hairstyle, perfect wardrobe, perfect job, like all of this stuff. And thinking that if I had all of those trappings of things, that it would somehow make me happy. And it's like I achieved all of that stuff and I was still unhappy. And the fact that that was no longer a distraction, because I couldn't go down all of these paths of trying to lose weight and all this other kind of stuff. It's like I had done all of that. And that's when Spirit was able to really grab me and be like, okay, are you really ready to listen now? Like, are you ready to hear what this is really about? And I feel that's an opportunity that's being offered to you guys this month. Because if you stay on this path with this 5 of Swords coming out after the sun in the reverse, it's going to be a hollow victory. It's like you'll literally achieve all of these things, but you're going to feel dead inside. It's half-hearted happiness. It's just simply material happiness, right? And it's like with the 7 of Pentacles, you're going to be sitting up here waiting for something to shake. Like it's going to get better eventually. Like it's going to kick in. Then I got this brand new card. I'm going to feel better. No, it's not. You feel what I'm saying? The only thing that's the solution to the problem here is transformation. And what my guys are telling me too, this is a crossroads. So midpoint of the month is the 15th. It's like the death, rebirth, the Chariot in the reverse, and the 4 of Wands. This is your transitional point. If you were to choose, right, death, and I use that loosely, but death in the sense of chasing things that are in 3D, like 7 of Pentacles, literally waiting for things to pop off in 3D. 3D ain't gonna do nothing for you, boo. It's not. Everything here is in the process of dying where it's already dead. You know what I'm saying? Everything here is the byproduct of what is happening in the spiritual realm. So it's like looking to death to gain life. You're not going to get it. All you're going to see is perpetuated death, right? With that 4 of Wands in the reverse falling underneath it. That's why there's this sense of just like unrest, never really feeling stable, feeling kind of stagnant, like a lack thereof of moving forward. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's almost like at this crossroads, and I know this is going back to like months ago, we were having this conversation, I think like literally first coming into 2022. It's like when you're at this crossroads, the key is for you to not repeat past mistakes. To continuously choose death is to continuously choose whenever you're disappointed or things don't work out, you go chase money, stuff, things, people. It's like constantly going on to the next best thing. You feel what I'm saying? As opposed to rebirthing, which means like dying to the old self and then being born anew. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you overcome this Chariot in the reverse and the Four of Wands in the reverse. You turn them upright. And then there's positive movement forward, both body and soul. You feel what I'm saying? You go through this portal with the Four of Wands and it thrusts you into the life that's made for you. You feel what I'm saying? It's like all of the blessings in your life, they're not, they're literally not for your human self, they're for your higher self. And it's like the whole purpose of your higher self is to live through, right? Your human self. You feel what I'm saying? That's what the Chariot is all about. It's like the mind realizing that it's supposed to be a servant to the heart, not the other way around, right? It's like your heart is the seat of your soul. So it's like your true essence coming through, and that being what it is that you're living by. So I feel why there's a sense of unfulfillment, or things are good for a little while, but then they get bad and then you got to turn back around. Like the reason why stuff is like that is because it's you not living from that true essence of self, right? So the whole premise of at least the first 15 days of November is all about you guys living from the true essence of yourself. You feel what I'm saying? And at the bottom of you guys' deck, we have the Eight of Swords. So yeah, dude, the freaking Eight of Swords, that's all about getting back into your heart space. It's getting out of your head and back into your heart. And I feel like that's what the source of the issue is. The source of the issue that Cancers are struggling with is the fact that you guys are in your head, very much meaning it's focusing on 3D logic, all of those things. You know what I'm saying? And it's a need to get back into your heart space. Like that's literally what's going to completely transform freaking everything for you. I kid you not. Like there's no BS when I say that. And I'm, oh my gosh, child, look, we ain't got time for that. I'll do that later. My guides are literally telling me to pull from a particular deck. And I'm like, I remember putting that up in the box and we can't do that. So I'm gonna pull from this oracle for you guys. But legit, dude, it's like, this is a whole month that's about you guys transforming. And I feel, I'm trying to think of a way to say, like, I don't know how to say this in a 3D way. That's why I say this reading is literally not going to be for everybody. It's like, who this is for would have to pick up what I'm putting down, because like the status quo isn't going to make you happy. It doesn't make anyone happy. But the thing that you really want to pursue is the truth of what really makes you happy. And if you don't know what that is, then you would want to dedicate the first half of this month to figuring out what that is for you. You know what I'm saying? Because if and I mean, whoever knows is like, well, what makes me happy? It's like, I mean, not everybody knows, like, what's my purpose? Not everybody knows the answer to questions like that. But I mean, what brings you joy? You know, like what makes you feel fulfilled? Like, what do you get giddy and excited about? It's like, those are the kind of questions. And this is very much like what I just told Pisces. It's very much the questions that are imperative to ask yourself. You gotta be kidding me. Speaking of Pisces, the questions that are imperative for us to ask ourselves this month, the oracle you guys got is intuition. And it says, look at areas in your life that need decisive action. Search your heart for the right answers. Listen to messages that come from your intuition and follow through. That's the thing, dude. I feel like y'all are too much in your head, and not too much in your head just in the think of like overthinking stuff. It's like you're not coming from that pure place, which is your heart, like your truth, like the honest truth of who and what you are and what you desire. It's like the decisions you're making are being sullied by past fears and external standards, should, ought, supposed tos, and all of that. And you're going to stay disappointed if you don't start to listen to what's in your highest good. And it's like, that's why I say no one's going to literally lose their soul. But I'm saying it's like, that's very much the energy that I'm picking up on. It's like losing one's soul. It's like, it's trying to move forward in life in this journey and never asking the most important person or entity in your life what it say is in it. And then you have like a being that of which would be your human that isn't even qualified, doesn't have the foresight, doesn't have the intuition, right, to be able to say what's ideal. And it's like, and we joke about this on our sanctuary on my network, where I'm like, it's like leaving the high priestess on the side of the road. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole point of life is for, you know, the high priestess to be your wing woman. And it's like, just like, you know, she helps you to get a brand new car and then you just leave homegirl on the side of the goddamn road. And it's like, she's the inner GPS. Like, where you gonna go without her? You just gonna be going in circles. You know what I'm saying? Unfulfilled as hell. You feel what I'm saying? So the whole premise with this month, Cancer, the first couple of days of this month, first 15 days of this month, it's imperative for you to get out of your head and back into your heart. And just like I told Pisces before, you guys, it's a meditation that I shared with Aries, and I've been sharing it with a lot of people, like a lot of the women who are members on my network and just different people in life, my clients, all the things. And as opposed to me saying it in every single video, once I finish with all the soul sessions, I'm literally going to sit down and go through the whole process with you on video so that you guys can always go back to it to gain insight. It's a method that I use whenever I get confused or lost in life, or, you know, I don't know, you know, what I'm feeling, what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? I always use this method to allow my higher self to speak to me. You feel what I'm saying? So keep an eye out for that. But that's been your soul session, Cancer. I, of course, love your freaking face, and I will see you guys sooner than later, my friends.